I'm Turk Strongman at the Ron Q. Amateur Archive. Thank you for selecting this video on self-help. Before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you can do that right now. If you haven't activated the notification bell feature of this channel yet, you can do that now. You can, right now, also give this video a thumb up. You want some of this lollipop? Give this video a thumb up before you forget. At least to share the joy of the channel with others. And comment courteously below. Self-help. Excuse me. What is it? And is it for you? What is it? Any material that provides you information with respect to how to do something for yourself. It could be how to build a doghouse for your dog, how to build a doghouse for your cat, how to build a cat house for your dog. It could be how to start up a business by yourself, how to succeed in business according to your definition of success, how to make more money, how to, I don't know, about all these videos on hacks for this and hacks for that. It's a buzzword these days. So is buzzword. But how to do this, how to do that, how to walk a spiritual path, how to become enlightened, how to be one with God, how to sail around the world, how to overcome, gain greater management over your emotional well-being. Any of these things. They're all self-help. They all fit under the big umbrella, the biggest one, I guess, within which are smaller ones, but self-help, the self-help genre of material. So, sometimes, is it for you? Well, a lot of people, in my estimation, a lot of people who have been exposed to self-help material of any kind, but largely it's not that hands building thing that you like how to make a lampshade out of popsicle sticks or out of rubber bands, but not how to do underwater basket weaving or photography in a perfectly dark room, but along the lines of your self-growth, which many people take to mean getting and keeping more money, or something spiritual, whatever they call that, okay? In large, it'll be referring to that. But if anybody has, I think that a significant number of people, given my experience with people, would say that self-help material doesn't really help much. And it might help a few people, any given bit of self-help material. It might do something for a few people, some people, but not everybody. It doesn't do much for most people. There's not much value in it. Those who have encountered it, and then a few will say that or believe that because that's what they've heard. But I'm talking about, significant percentage of people who have had personal experience, first-hand experience with it, would say that. I've heard that. I've heard it significant, to a significant extent over decades. But here's the thing, I just pointed out to how many things, different kinds of material really, can have a self-help aspect to them. It's a lot. But can you imagine how much help? How to build a doghouse? for your cat is going to be if you're looking for how to build a cat house for your dog. It's not going to be of much help, right? You may even go about following some of the steps and notice, because you don't want to build a doghouse for your cat. It's not what you were after. But you give it a shot, you know? You give it a college try for a second. Or a, what do they call that? A token reaction to having encountered it. You try, you do it a little. Well, anyway, it wasn't in your interests, probably. Not initial interests. So, how difficult might it be up here in this, let's say, higher end of self-help material that we're talking about here to actually encounter what it is you're looking for? Not likely. Might have to look pretty hard, even to just find something that seems to fit, let alone know whether it's really of any actual use. Well, yeah, it's going to come out like that, you know, like for any given person over any given encounter with self-help material or some given content at that given point in that person's life, what are the chances that the person is actually going to be able to honestly say, that was good self-help material? Man, that hits the mark and it works. That's the real stuff. From their own, you know, from the point of view of their personal encounter with it and what the result was, where they stand over it now. The chances aren't very great, are they? No, it would be kind of almost luck, apparently. Well, it leads some other people to think that this is a very unusual set of circumstances that brought them to this material, or brought this material to them. And yeah, I guess so. No doubt the case. But also, there is a point to a slightly different angle on this. An addition, an addendum, a closer look at something. Let's say there's a list of material that some person has encountered. It's all pretty close to what it is they're actually have in mind, whether or not they're aware of it being on their mind, in what they're either skimming past to get something else done, information-wise, skimming past but noticing, in order to, find what they are looking for. Maybe it's how to build a doghouse. Or are intentionally looking for it. They come across a list, numerous of this, almost the same kind of thing, and as each other, and corresponds with what they're looking for or skimming past, and they check it all out. Now, they may come to the conclusion that the majority of it is kind of like meaningless drivel. And then what's left of that minority, there's a majority of it that, yeah, it's fine, but didn't really do anything for me. And then maybe one of the remaining two actually just pow. Like an inner atomic explosion going on. In a good way. Well, yeah, these are all probabilities, aren't they? And some is much better quality and quantity. Versatility, universality, pragmatic, all of those and more, than others. And the more in those directions you expect to find, or that you seek to find, or can encounter, put it that way, the less of them there are, really. It's like, the bell curve, if you know what the bell curve is. The average, the run-of-the-mill, is the most of. And it's run-of-the-mill in every aspect. It's content, it's subscribership, it's followers, it's adherence. It's the majority. The majority is average. How could it be otherwise, by definition? Okay, you get closer toward the ends of that curve, it stretches way out, way out, way out. Seemingly goes forever in both directions, and then just fewer and fewer component parts at any further reach. Way off average. Way out there where you have to hunt the whole world to find one person out there at some point, I guess. All right, look, that's all I had to say. Self-help, its applicability, its usefulness. Self-help. Did you like the video? Thumb up. Didn't? Thumb up. Subscribe. Get notified. Comment courteously below. I'm Turk Strawman and Tharanki Ramacharaka. Go forth and to be well.